All right, well, good morning and Merry Christmas. I'm going to invite you to stand. Let's sing some songs together. Joy to the world. Come on, church. Joy to the world, the Lord is come. Let earth receive her King. Let every heart prepare him room. And heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing, and heaven, nature sing. Joy to the earth, joy to the earth, the Savior reigns. Let men their songs implore, while fields and floods, rocks, hills and plains, repeat the sounding joy, repeat the sounding joy, repeat the sounding joy. He rules the world, and he rules the world with truth and grace, and makes the nations prove the glories of his righteousness, and wonders of his love, and wonders of his love, and wonders of his love. Come, so come, all ye faithful, joyful and triumphant. Oh, come ye to Bethlehem. Come and behold him, born the King of ages. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him, Christ the Lord. Sing choirs of angels, sing choirs of angels, sing in exaltation. Oh, sing all ye bright host of heaven above. Glory to God, all glory in the highest. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him, Christ the Lord. Yea, Lord, we greet thee. Yea, Lord, we greet thee. Born this happy morning, Jesus, to thee be all glory given. The word of the Father, now in flesh appearing. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him, Christ the Lord. Oh, come, let us adore. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him, Christ the Lord.
All right, if I can go ahead and have all the kids come on up. I invited a few already, but if you are a child, 5th grade and down, come on up. Well, yeah, let's specify 5th grade and down children. Come on up. I'm going to have you guys take a seat right here. Thank you, Vance. You are leading the way. I'm going to have you guys have a seat right here. This is good. I'll stand right here. If you sit right there and face this way. Nice, nice. Yes, perfect. Yeah, there we go. Man, there we go. You guys, there you go. Come on over here a bit. Come on over here a bit. Hey, Merry Christmas. I have a book here. I don't know if you guys have heard it. Kind of an obscure book. I just heard of it recently, and I'm going to be honest with you guys. It's enough to move me to tears. This is a great book. It's called The Tale of Three Trees. Have any of you heard this book before? The Tale of Three Trees? Okay, good. You're in for a treat. So this is a Christmas story, but you all understand how the Christmas story falls into a bigger picture, the picture of the gospel. And so I want to read you guys the story of Christmas as it fits into the gospel, but the story is told about three different trees. So let's begin. Once upon a mountaintop, three little trees stood and dreamed of what they wanted to become when they grew up. The first little tree looked up at the stars twinkling like diamonds above him. I want to hold treasure, he said. I want to be covered with gold and filled with precious stones. I will be the most beautiful treasure chest in the world. The second tree looked out at the small stream trickling by on its way to the ocean. I want to be a strong sailing ship, he said. I want to travel mighty waters and carry powerful kings. I will be the strongest ship in the world. The third little tree looked down into the valley below, where busy men and busy women worked in a busy town. I don't want to leave this mountaintop at all, she said. I want to grow so tall that when people stop to look at me, they will raise their eyes to heaven and think of God. I will be the tallest tree in the world. Years passed. The rains came, the sun shone, and the little trees grew tall. One day, 3 woodcutters climbed the mountain. The first woodcutter looked at the first tree and said, "This tree is beautiful. It's perfect for me." And with the swoop of his shining axe, the first tree fell. Now I shall be made into a beautiful chest, thought the first tree. I shall hold wonderful treasure. The second woodcutter looked at the second tree and said, "This tree is strong. It is perfect for me." With the swoop of his shining axe, the second tree fell. Now I shall sail mighty waters, thought the second tree. I shall be a strong ship fit for a king. The third tree felt her heart sink when the last woodcutter looked her way. She stood straight and tall and pointed bravely to heaven, but the woodcutter never even looked up. "Any kind of tree will do for me," he muttered. With the swoop of his shining axe, the third tree fell. The first tree rejoiced when the woodcutter brought him to a carpenter's shop. But the busy carpenter wasn't thinking about treasure chests. Instead, his work-worn hands fashioned the tree into a feed box for animals. The once beautiful tree was not covered with gold or filled with treasure. He was coated with sawdust and filled with hay for hungry animals. The second tree smiled when the woodcutter took him to a shipyard, but no mighty sailing ships were being made that day. Instead, the once strong tree was hammered and sawed into a simple fishing boat. Too small and too weak to sail an ocean or even a river, he was taken to a little lake. Every day, he brought in loads of dead, smelly fish. The third tree was confused when the woodcutter cut her into strong beams and left her in a lumber yard. What happened? The once tall tree wondered. All I ever wanted to do was stay on the mountaintop and point to God. Many, many days and nights passed. The three trees nearly forgot their dreams. But one night, golden starlight poured over the first tree as a young woman placed her newborn baby in the feed box. I wish I could make a cradle for him, her husband whispered. The mother squeezed his hand and smiled as the starlight shone on the smooth and sturdy wood. This manger is beautiful, she said. And suddenly, the first tree knew he was holding the greatest treasure in the world. One evening, a tired traveler and his friends crowded into the old fishing boat. The traveler fell asleep as the second tree quietly sailed out into the lake. Soon a thundering and thrashing storm arose. The little tree shuddered. He knew he didn't have the strength to carry so many passengers safely through the wind and rain. The tired man awakened. He stood up, stretched out his hand, and said, "Peace." The storm stopped as quickly as it had begun, and suddenly the second tree knew he was carrying the King of heaven and earth. One Friday morning, the third tree was startled when her beams were yanked from the forgotten woodpile. She flinched as she was carried through an angry, jeering crowd. She shuddered when soldiers nailed a man's hands to her. She felt ugly and harsh and cruel. But on Sunday morning, when the sun rose and the earth trembled with joy beneath her, the tree knew that God's love had changed everything. It had made the first tree beautiful. It had made the second tree strong. And every time people thought of the third tree, they would think of God. And that was better than being the tallest tree in the world. Boys and girls, sometimes during Christmas time, we think we have so much to offer Jesus, but really all he's asking is for us to bow our knee and to listen to what he has to say and to follow his plan for our lives.
All right, I would invite you to come back to your seats. We're going to sing the song together, Go Tell It on the Mountain. Now sing it, church. Go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born. While shepherds camp there watching for silent flocks by night, behold, throughout the heavens there shone a holy light. And go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born. And down in a lonely manger, the humble Christ was born. And God sent us salvation, that blessed Christmas morn. And go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born. That Jesus Christ is born. That Jesus Christ is born. Hark the herald, and hark the herald angels sing, glory to the newborn King, and peace on earth and mercy mild, God and sinners reconciled. Joyful all ye nations rise, join the triumph of the skies. With angelic hosts proclaim, Christ is born in Bethlehem. Hark the herald angels sing, glory to the newborn King. Hail, and hail the heavenborn Prince of Peace. Hail the Son of Righteousness. Light and light to all he brings. Riz with healing in his wings. Mild he lays his glory by. Born that man no more may die. Born to raise the sons of earth. Born to give them second birth. And hark the herald angels sing, glory to the newborn King. And angels from the realms of glory, bring your light o'er all the earth. Ye who sang creation's story, now proclaim Messiah's birth. Come and worship, worship Christ the newborn King. Shepherds in the field abiding, watching over your flocks by night. God with us is now residing. Yonder shines the infant light. Come and worship Christ the newborn King. Our saints before the altar bend, watching long in hope and fear. Suddenly the Lord ascending in his temple shall appear. Come and worship Christ the newborn King. Come and worship Christ the newborn King. Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright. Round yon virgin mother and child, holy infant, so tender and mild, sleep in heavenly peace. Sleep in heavenly and silent night, holy night. Shepherds quake at the sight. Glory stream
What hope we hold this starlit night, a King is born in Bethlehem. Our journey long we seek the light that leads to the hallowed manger ground. What fear we felt in the silent age, 400 years can he be found,
but broken by a baby's cry, rejoice in the hallowed manger ground. Emmanuel, oh praise Emmanuel, God incarnate here to dwell. Emmanuel, oh praise Emmanuel, praise his name, Emmanuel. The Son of God, here born to bleed, a crown of thorns would pierce his brow, and we beheld his offering, exalted now, the King of Kings. Praise God.